We are currently standing outside of the yearbook/broadcasting room where the reported event of the senior quotes decision has been made. What happened here is the senior quotes are now no longer a viable option for seniors. I interviewed one man about the situation.
Why did I make the decision to get rid of them? Is that essentially what you want the answer to? First of all, they haven't been around for very long.
Costello had told me about the meeting he had on November of 2018 when he went to the Journalism Education Association convention. Costello sought answers to the senior quotes decision, and when he finally asked around, many had said that the senior quotes had been out of the system for a long time, as they were redundant and extremely outdated. I then asked him about his own reasons.
Philosophically, the yearbook is created, designed, and produced by students. And not just philosophically, it actually is. I mean, I'm the advisor. I don't create content. I just advise them on the content that they create. So if we allow content from anyone in the student body to be submitted to us, we're in essence allowing anyone to submit content for the book. So I consider myself a pretty good singer. Would it be acceptable if I just showed up in Mr. Vanek's classroom the day of the concert and said, hey, I'm a good singer, I'm singing with you guys tonight too. I'm going to include my own content in what you guys are doing because I'm a good singer. Obviously, Mr. Vanek would say, no, you're not trained on these songs, you haven't worked these songs with us, you don't know what you're doing, so no.
Costello had also talked about participation in the senior quotes itself. Only about 60% of the senior count had ever joined in for the quotes for the 5 to 8 years that senior quotes had been around. But he had bigger reason for the senior quotes.
This is probably the biggest one. Most of them are copyright infringement. So few senior quotes are original thought. Most of the senior quotes were quotes from The Office or Friends or Bible verses. The Bible certainly isn't copywritten anymore, that's public domain, but Friends, The Office, other pop culture references, those are copywritten. The people who wrote those episodes of Friends or The Office haven't given us permission to print their text in our book and attribute it to that character.
After speaking to him about the legality of the senior quotes, I then decided to ask him about the sudden backlash from the student majority. What do you think about the backlash with the senior quotes?
Oh, I predicted it. This, to me, with the senior quotes thing, is so obviously the right call that whatever backlash has happened has not affected me at all. It's the right thing to do. I knew that it was going to be a bummer for the seniors. I think this year's current juniors are going to be like, well, they didn't have them last year either, whatever. Like, the backlash is going to absolutely be short-lived. And I knew that it was, people were going to have an emotional reaction to it.
I went and talked about the possibility of the senior quotes coming back. But Costello said no. There was no possibility. But there was a little bit more to it.
Still, all the other reasons are in place. Yeah. We don't let anyone just randomly walk onto the stage with Varsity Voices. We don't let anyone just randomly walk onto the volleyball court with the girls and say, oh, I'm a good volleyball player, I'm going to play. No, there is a team in place for this. These people have trained for this. They know what they're doing. They are the people who signed up to do this. That, to me, is so important.